Who's ready for the weekly bust? You're in the right place if you came to catch the show. Tithe and Levi are the names of your host. Who the next guest is, I really wanna know. Conversation escalating, let's get to the show. Who's ready for the weekly bust?
This episode is brought to you by 20 Past 4, your one-stop vape and head shop. They get new stuff weekly. Stop in and check them out. 4 locations, 2 in Great Falls, 1 in Helena, 1 in Billings, and Guerrilla Warfare Apparel. The best gear in the fight world. Join the Guerrilla Gang in 2023 because we are taking over. Be sure to use our code TWB10 for 10% off at checkout. That's TWB10 at checkout. And Jamie St. Mark's. Season 4, Episode 5. We are live with Uly the Monster.
Let's fucking go.
What's up, big dog?
What's going on, man? How you doing, brother?
The king of Miami himself is here in the motherfucking building.
Yes, sir. We're in the building, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you again for the opportunity. Appreciate it.
Man, I'm excited, dude. I can't even hold it together, dude.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming on, man. You're like Jug to me, dude. I'm super pumped about this, dude. Like, you guys are like, I'm fans, bro. I'm fans.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
Yes,
it's a blessing.
Yes. Yeah, thanks for getting back to me, dude.
Absolutely.
I was just sending messages, making sure who I want to have on. Uly was on top of the list, and here we are.
Yeah, buddy.
Absolutely, man. I respect the grind, man, and I try to help out wherever I can.
You know, and
you were really nice when I met you down there in Hollywood, man. And I said, the dude looks scarier and fuck, dude, but he's really nice, dude.
Yeah. I take pride in being a good guy, dog. I like being a good person to everybody. You know, I'm only the monster when I step in the ring or the square circle or the cage or whatever it is. You know what I mean? But aside from there, I try to be good to everybody, man.
You're a character too, man. Like, so I have like when I design and I can't like do the fucking artwork for some of those flyers. You're a fun person like to design around because you have a character that I can base off of, man. Like that you have that like. You have that energy, so it was cool to do your flyer. I was like, man, this one's fucking awesome.
Yeah, you said you brought that creative spark back in him.
Yeah, thank you, man. That flyer came out dope too. I appreciate that.
Hell yeah, dude! I was impressed with it, bro. I was like, dude, this thing turned out fucking sick, dude.
So, for everybody that is watching, let's go over it. We like to say who our guest is. Uly, who are you? Where do you come from?
Uly the Monster DIAZ. I'm born and raised here in Miami, Florida, professional fighter out of Miami, Florida. And, I fight bare knuckle. I fight MMA. I fight glove boxing. And if they're willing to cut the check, I'll fight in any other division, any other promotion as well. You know what I mean?
That's
you
right.
Fight the fight, man. You're a fighter, bro.
So you were busy.
I love the fight game. What's that?
How many did you have in 2022? Wasn't it like...
I had 6. I had 2 bare knuckle, I had 2 MMA, and I had 2 boxing matches.
Yeah,
I went 4-2. I lost to Francisco Ricci, a great opponent, man. He was I lost that for the world title, and I lost an MMA match by triangle choke to Boss Hogg, who's another bare knuckle fighter himself too, man, and a great guy himself too.
You guys just met up in an MMA ring. In the cage?
Was that?
You guys just met up in the cage? You and the other?
Yeah, just met up. Yeah, met up in the cage. I mean, we know each other from the bare knuckle scene, but I took a fight and he happened to he happened to be my opponent, and that's what it is, man. At the end of the day, I have respect for anybody that jumps in there. We both go in there together to do a job. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, as long as the respect's there, there's no hard feelings, man. You know, whether we win, lose, or draw, we both come to do the same thing.
I got a question for you. Since you're a man of blended fighting backgrounds and different promotions in jazz, do you have like a particular favorite, like when it comes to the fighters that it brings? Like do you have like do you think that you have a preference? Like the fucking bare knuckle, or the MMA crew is just a little cooler. You know what I mean? Like not in the sense of cooler, but more relaxed, or someone that you prefer to be around more.
Like group of people?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, there's no preference, man. To me, a fighter's a fighter. But I came up on I've been around the BKFC since the beginning, so I've seen the fighters come in. I've seen the league grow, and I've seen the prospects and the people, the vets in it grow, and it's been amazing to be around there, man. Especially a guy like me who started in the fight game late, and to be able to fight. I got a chance to fight Thiago Alves, man. So that was an amazing thing for me.
That was badass too.
Yeah. I think
that was a great answer.
Me,
that was exactly kind of the answer that I was kind of looking for. The question. I couldn't get the question out, but he definitely answered what my brain,
was a random one.
Yeah, what my brain was thinking. Yeah, it wasn't on the list or anything. So I wanted to know for sure though, because I agree. I feel like being like mingling around the MMA and then the boxing and then the bare knuckle. I like the love that every bare knuckle fighter seems to have for each other. Like there's not a weird fucking energy, dude.
Especially when you see like behind the scenes,
there's
you guys are all basically chopping it up. You know what I mean?
It's not, there's not a lot of weird energy, man. You know what I mean? It's for real, dude. Like it's like a family there. That's what I fucking noticed about bare knuckle is more connected. I felt like in a closer level.
And then I like how you, like not too long ago, you and Francisco had you guys' battle. And then I just seen Francisco on your podcast as well.
Like I said, me and Francisco were friends before we fought for a while. We actually started in BKFC at the same time in BKFC 10. We've been writing this together, man, and we're always backstage together, and we developed a friendship, man, and it came down to the day that they handed him a contract with my name on it, so he had the respect enough to call me and be like, "Yo, look, this is what it is. It's for the belt." I said, my brother, sign that contract, dog. Let's do what we got to do. Hey, there's no love lost here. We're both coming to win.
Yeah.
And, he happened to be the better fighter that night, man. My hat's off to him. And he's an amazing guy outside the ring. So, nobody ever wants to lose, but I couldn't have lost to a better guy,
All right, kid, that was a hell of a cut, man. I mean, that was one cut that I remember, like walking back. I was like, holy fuck, dude. That was
He caught me with a nice straight right
hand.
Yes,
dude. Yes, I was there for that, man. It was fucking wild, dude. That cut was gnarly. It was gnarly.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's true, man. Dude, you have a dope podcast yourself. Yeah. It's called Dope Link, and I'm a fan of it. You started out with your buddy, who's also a musician and artist himself. How did that come about?
Yeah, how did you guys meet?
So after I got my 3-second knockout, I was looking to capitalize on the moment. So I was looking to capitalize on that moment. So, I was thinking, I was doing a lot of media back then, and I thought, man, how to keep myself, in the conversation was building my own podcast and putting myself out there on YouTube where I was doing my own thing. So me, Too Nice, and Too Nice is my co-host, and a couple other people behind the scenes put out together, man. That was our baby. We we did it consecutively for 2 years. We did 108 shows. Right now we're both kind of taking a break, and not taking a break so much from the podcast. Just he has his music thing that's doing real well. Sure. I have my fighting thing that's doing real well, and I kind of want to put my time back into this and develop myself again and get myself that moment so we could blast off from there.
You got like a fight announcement coming up?
I definitely do, man. February 25th, I'm fighting in London. I'm the co-main event for the Floyd Mayweather fight.
Let's fucking go, dog.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Sir. Dude, that's huge, bro. Congratulations, dude.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
Floyd's my favorite fighter, man. I get a lot of shit for it because of the antics he pulls, dude, but I just think he's the fucking greatest of all time, dude.
Oh, man, Floyd is definitely one of the GOATs. It's an honor to be fighting the co-main event on that fight. It's going to be an amazing experience. I'm fighting in London. I'm fighting a guy from London. So I love that. I love coming in as what's that?
Have you ever gone across the pond?
I've never gone across the pond, not to England. I fought in Italy. I've been around the world, but I've never been to London. So I'm looking forward to that. I got a lot of good friends in the fight game that are from there. So I'm looking forward to going over there.
That's gonna be fucking sick.
Matter of fact, my boy Tyler Goodjohn is over there. That's my guy.
No, we love Tyler, bro. We love that dude, man. We just had him.
He's amazing. He's an amazing dude,
man. He's a hell of
cool dude, and one of the toughest dudes walking the earth too, man.
Fuck yeah, man. He's a straight warrior, man.
Yeah, that dude has no quitting. All dog.
Nah, all dog.
Viking fits him perfect, man. Bare knuckle Viking. That's exactly what that dude is,
yeah,
man.
Absolutely.
100%. He's got no dreads no more.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you talk about growing up in Miami?
Yeah, man. Yeah, 67th Ave, man. That's where I grew up at. My mom still lives there, man. Man, it was dope, man. Being born and raised in Miami is amazing, man. You know,
you make it sound amazing. I've done my homework on you a little bit, and it just the way you talk about Miami, man. You paint a really fucking cool picture of that place.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Miami it's hard not to like, man. You know, if you're from here or you're not from here. If you're not from here, it's easy to get sucked in too. You know, it's an amazing place, man. I grew up I grew up in a dope neighborhood with dope people. You know, I ran with the wrong crew for a while as a kid. I went to, you know, I was in juvenile detention centers. I went to prison as a young man. Always in trouble for fighting, and you know, at a late age, I got to turn it around. And now, you know, fighting went from getting me in trouble and sent me to prison to getting me paid and get me interviews like this and a lot of notoriety, man. So it's been a blessing in my life. Man. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Getting locked up saved my life, bro. Yeah. God, getting locked up saved my fucking life. I was on a
man. You know what? It did. It saved. Getting locked up saved me and a lot of things too. And fighting has saved my life completely. You know.
I know that you mentioned an OG of yours that you're still in contact with, man. And you don't have to mention names or anything like that. But I also have people that I lost one of mine. You know, he's dead now, but like. That helped save my motherfucking life, dude, man. Yeah. When I was down and I was behind bars, like he helped me like manifest, like, dude, you can do anything you fucking want to do, bro. Like he always told me I was smart and I was advanced. I shouldn't be fucking doing what I was doing. You know what I mean? And it painted a fucking cool picture in my head that I could actually do shit when I got out, bro. And I stuck true to it. You know what I mean? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking live my dreams out, dog. Legit.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, man. I still talk to him to this day. He's been in prison right now 40 years, man. So I'm about to be 42. So right before I was born, he was already in prison. You know what I mean? Right now. And great dude, man. You know, a dude who, like I said, has spent basically more than half his life in prison. And he was a good role model in the sense that he knew, you know, I met him when I was a young man in prison. So he saw I had potential, and you know, I've always spoken to him since I got out, and he always led me in the right direction. You know, kept me away, trying to keep me away from the bullshit as much as possible. You know, through phone calls and visits when I go see him. But he's definitely been a big influence on my life for where I'm at today in the fight game.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Is he proud as fuck? I bet he's just
proud as fuck, man. Proud as fuck.
Man, I bet.
He couldn't be more proud. Everybody and throughout the whole Florida prison system knows me through him. You know,
those motherfucking COs better be getting those fights in there too, bro. They better be motherfuckers on for you, cuz.
Yeah, he does he does whatever he can to try to watch my fights when I fight, man.
Hell yeah. Hey, fuck it, I would too, man.
Yeah.
So you mentioned your mom. Is your mom still your role model? I'm sure she is.
Mom is definitely still my role model. Mom is my right hand woman. You know, me and my mom. We came up together, man. She was a kid raising a kid, so it was tough on her. And
how old was your mom when she had you?
My mom was 19 years old when she had me, fresh here from Cuba, so she knew no English, didn't know anything. She was working her ass off to try to keep clothes on my back and a roof over my head. So while she was doing that, I was in the streets making trouble because I had nowhere else to go. Yeah, you know.
Relate. I'm gonna go ahead. My mom was 16, so when you said a key line, you're like, my mom was a kid when I was a kid when she was a kid. Yeah, me too. I relate to that, man. I completely relate to it.
Yeah, she was a kid raising a kid, man. But you know what, man? She always instilled good morals in me. Even when I was doing bad, you know, I never did bad to good people. As you know, I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but I never did bad to good people. And, you know, she instilled good morals in me. She instilled the fear of God in me. You know what I mean? So I've always, I'm not a real religious guy, but I'm very spiritual. I believe in God, and I believe in doing good to people. You know what I mean? So
Yuli's cool.
She's been a great mother, man. And she's one of my biggest fans. And, you know, like I said, I changed my life around. So she couldn't be happier.
Fuck, I imagine, dude. I imagine our mom's starting to fucking see, because I was a fucking shithead, man, all the way up into my mid-20s, bro. And like I said, I got locked up, but did the whole thing, dude. Like I said, I identical storyline. That's why I'm really looking up to you, to what you're saying, because you're living out your fucking dreams and you painted a good life for yourself. Also on that path, little behind you, but also a little younger. So I'm catching up, man. I'm catching up.
No, but that's good, dog. You started earlier than me, dog. I didn't change my life around until I was 35. I had a come to God moment, brought me to my knees, and I was like, man, what am I doing? It's either death or prison from where I'm at, dog. So I took the step. I thing I loved doing was fighting. I was always good at it. I'm like, man, you know what? Let me try this, and it was the best thing I ever did to save my life. Here I am today, 7 years later, fastest knockout in combat sports history, doing interviews. I got a beautiful, I got a beautiful woman by my side, and I got beautiful kids, and life is great, man.
Yeah. Shout out to good moms, dude.
Right? Yeah.
Fucking beat a good mom, dude. A mom that gives a shit.
Ones that, you don't know it, but they're brainwashing you for success.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, you don't know it, dude. You're like, Mom, why are you ragging me?
Exactly. I tell my youngest son that all the time. I'm like, look, man, you don't understand now. You might get mad at me for what I'm telling you now, but when you grow up, you're gonna be like, damn, my dad was looking out.
Yeah, man. Dude, I totally, because my son's 13 right now, so I'm in that brainwashing deep process, and he just doesn't know the little subliminal shit that I say to him in his ear, man. I always
just gotta have them around you at all times, man. Bring them around you and do right, dog. You know what I mean? Don't be listen, I ain't the one to tell anybody what to do, but don't be, when you hanging out with your homies and you're doing homie shit, don't have your son around there, dog. Have him around when you're doing straight stuff and be straight edge around your son, dog. Because one thing I learned, and I go to juvenile detention centers now and speak to kids, and one thing I tell them is like, yo, when I was your age, when I was your age, what I thought was cool and being cool, now growing up, I look back and it's embarrassing. I'm like, damn, that wasn't even cool, man. I wish I would have listened to somebody telling me something, And I never had anybody telling me something, so I never knew what I thought what I was doing was cool. Now I'm grown up. I'm 42. I'm about to be 42. Looking back at what I was doing when I was 15, I'm like, damn, I was a fool.
Yeah, right. Clowning, bro. Wearing a clown mask all the time. That's why I always tell my little boy, I was like, don't be that class clown, man. That shit wears for a long time, man.
Yeah, see, and I was always the funny guy, but it still led to being a dickhead. And and it's just like,
you ain't lying.
I wasn't lying. Sure, I was like in school trouble, whatever, ISS and all that shit all the time. But like just looking back, I'm like, no wonder nobody fucking liked me. I was like, so I seen you got in a motorcycle accident. Do you still have motorcycles?
No. So I motorcycles was my life. I didn't have a car back then. Everywhere I went was a motorcycle, and this was for years. In 2009, I had already crashed one time. They say there's two types of riders: the ones that crashed and the ones that are gonna crash. Yeah. So I crashed, and then 2009 I crashed again, and I really saw my life flash before my eyes back then. I had a young daughter back then. My daughter's 21 now, but back then she was a little girl. She was 8. I was like, man, I don't want to just leave her behind with none. And I think my life is too cool and too dope, and I'm too dope of a person.
Dude, I love when people talk like that,
was dope, dog. He died in a car crash or a motorcycle accident. I'm like, damn.
He would have loved
much
to
of a waste of life
if he wasn't on that damn bike.
Bro,
yeah,
dude,
exactly.
I love when people say that shit because I'm starting to feel that about my shit, bro. And Levi is too. We hear ourselves talking about it all the time. Like, dude, our lives are fucking sick, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like they're just, they're basically just starting.
It's just starting, dude. Like, yeah, dude. Like,
how old are you guys?
I'm 33, man.
27.
Yep.
Oh, you guys are young, man. Yeah, you're young, man. Young, smart. You're already 10 steps ahead by doing what you're doing, man. So just keep that up. Surround yourself with good people, man.
We're trying, man. We're trying.
You're doing it.
Trying to take this podcast thing to the top. You know what I mean?
That's it. Just stay consistent, man. Stay consistent.
Right. Hey, speaking of consistency, man, you said you popped out like 108 episodes in 2 years. That's
108 Tuesdays in a row. We didn't miss one Tuesday. Every Tuesday for 108 Tuesdays, we had it. So we would pre-record. We would pre-record, and when I have fights coming up, we'd pre-record a couple, so we had them in the can. So whenever I was fighting, I'd fight. I would take the week before the fight off. The fight week off. That's 2 weeks, and then a week after the fight was 3 weeks. So we would have 3 in the can, 4 in the can. you know, just never to miss, man.
But that's smart thinking. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be off the podcast for 3 weeks.
That's what we did with Knucklemania. Essentially, dude, we're ahead right now.
Yeah,
I guess
that's good, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
They'll all be out by then.
Shout out to David and fucking BKFC, man. They sending us the crew out to fucking Knucklemania to cover it. We feel super blessed about it.
Are you gonna come out by chance?
No, I won't be up there. I won't be out there because it's the day before I leave to London, so I won't be able to make it. Yeah.
Fuck, you'll be coming. That's like the Good John. They're swapping flights, dog.
Yeah. Good John's coming to Miami, back to Miami on the 16th or something like that.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, is he? No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's over there.
So yeah, dude, bringing this next fucking topic, it's dope as shit, dude.
All right, so being from Miami, being that guy, holding it down,
the king of Miami.
There's Uly _305, but then there's one of your better friends, Mr. 305, Pitbull.
Yeah,
the one that you Google and he comes up before the dog. Tell us about that.
Yeah, he's Mr. Worldwide now.
That's right.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah. Man, listen, me and Pitt met when we were 12 years old in 7th grade and middle school, and we've been brothers ever since. Me and him have grown up together, lived together. His mom was my mom. My mom was his mom.
Holy shit.
And still to this day, he's still my brother. I could pick up the phone and call him at any moment. I could text him at any moment. He's been a major influence, a major motivation, inspiration in my life, major help in my life.
Yeah, he's not only a fucking entertainer anymore. That guy's a full-blown entrepreneur.
He's a mogul, bro. He's a mogul. He's a mogul, bro.
Tycoon,
he's a tycoon. He's a top dog. When you think about anything that has to do with music or business, man, he's in the top of the list, dog.
What's it like moving around a guy like that, especially, you know, being as close as you are? I mean, has the relationship changed in that sense? Like fucking like bodyguards and bullshit, and like I just want to have a moment with my dog, bro.
No, so when me and him are together, dog, it's family time. Ain't nobody around, but you know, family. Me and him and family. I was his bodyguard for a while when I came out of prison. You know what I mean? This was many years ago. This was 2006, 7, 8, 9. I traveled the world with him. He is, like I said, man, he's just being around him. And like, you know, when I am around him at certain times, when it is like, let's say for business, I keep my mouth shut and my ears open, dog. And you just listen when you're around people like that, dog. You don't put in your 2 cents. You shut up, you listen, and you soak in information, you know?
100%.
I'm a big fan of 50 Cent, and I'm a fan of his work, and I'm a fan of the book, The 50th Law.
Yeah, 50's a man.
Yeah, he says it in there, man. He's like, you know, you don't fucking outshine the master, bro. He's like, it's not a fucking
that's the first law in 48 Laws of Power. Yeah, you got the 50th law from.
Yeah, don't outshine the motherfucking master, dude. Yeah, and that's exactly what it is, man. And it's being humble enough to know that you are going to learn something. You know what I mean? You can't always be the smartest in every room.
100%. No, and the thing is, it's not only not about not being the smartest. It's about sometimes, you know, like look, I'm a real witty guy. Somebody might say something, I got a quick comeback for shit. But sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up, dog, and let shit go. And you might want to interject and say some shit, but it's better just to sit back, be a fly on the wall, soak shit in, dog, and try to use whatever it is to your advantage. You know what I mean? You know, don't take advantage, but use it to your advantage.
Absolutely.
You know? Oh yeah, if you can put any facet of that to your life, you might as well do it, right?
Come on, man. I mean, if you want to be successful, then yeah, you know, if you want to be a fuck around clown, then keep eating shit, dog. You know,
that's right.
You got choices.
What's the most top dog thing that you've done with your best friend, dog? Like you're just sitting back, like looking at your boy, and like, yo, like, this is the craziest fucking shit. Like, can you believe we're fucking here?
Especially traveling the world, right? Like, because that was right after prison, so.
Yeah, you've got to have some moments like, dude, this is the shit I've waited my whole fucking life for.
Well, look, so when I came out of prison, we traveled the world, and we still say it to this day. That same exact shit you just said, you know what I mean? There'll be times when we're just hanging out in the backyard of one of the houses, dog, and we hug, and we're like, dog, look how far time has brought us, you know what I mean? And look, then we're still here together, dog. You're still my brother, you know what I mean?
It's cool when you're alive together. You can chop it up, man.
Yeah, man. And just that in itself, just having that type of, where I say it's not even friendship, dog. It's gone to where it's family. You know what I mean? We're close in blood. So just making it that far and seeing how far he's come, and for him to see how far I've come, It's just amazing, man. It's just that moment in itself. You can't buy it with money, with nothing, you know.
Oh, I bet you he's a fucking really proud man from you being
Absolutely.
as close as you were and watching you come up from dirt, dude. Oh, I bet you he's fucking stoked for you, man.
Yeah, well, right here in my house, I have a letter that he wrote me when I was in prison. I have it framed. It's back in 2000, in September 2005. He wrote me a letter. He was on an airplane. I was in prison, and I have it framed in my house, man. We've come a long way, brother.
Hell yeah.
Has he made any of your fights?
Yeah, he has made a couple of my fights. The thing about him when he comes to fights, he's always very incognito. He hides wherever he can, when he can, because if he shows up to it, not even my fight, forget my fight. Let's say right now he shows up to Knuckle Mania 3. Nobody cares who's fighting no more. They're there to see Pitbull now. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So 100%. He doesn't want to take anybody's shine or anybody's moment away. So, and he knows by him showing up there, he's not trying to, but he's taking away everybody's moment because nobody gives a fuck about who's fighting no more. They're gonna try to pictures and and just like look, you see Shaq show up to the bare knuckle fights and you have a fucking mob around Shaq.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So imagine
I was just
Pitbull.
gonna reference that same thing.
Yeah.
Especially Shaq, dude.
Oh yeah, because he can't be incognito. You know what I mean? He can't just throw on a hat. That motherfucker's 7 foot tall.
Yeah,
Like, that's Shaq, for sure.
yeah.
I was like, entourage, 7 foot dude. Yep, that's Shaq.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
You got any crazy Florida man stories?
My life is a Florida crazy man story, dog. You know what, man, and since, like I said, man, it's been 7 years since I changed my life around. It wasn't like from one moment to another. It was still a little crazy for like the first year and a half, but nothing that I'm really want to like bring up or brag about or even act like I'm boasting about, bro. We've all had. If I've made it to as far as I've made it, and like I said, we talked about my background with prison and everything. Yeah, the stories are crazier and crazier when I think back on them, dog.
When we come down to Florida, I want to go meet up with G the Cut Man. And that fucker's a full blown wild man, is what I hear, man.
He said he's taking us what is
hog hunting?
Hog hunt something?
Yeah,
something, dude.
You guys are going with me, man. We're going to the Everglades.
G's a great dude. He's a great dude, and where he lives, he don't live in Miami. He lives about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from here. And where he's at, it's like alligator country. You can go find whatever hogs, alligators.
He's in like the Everglades. Oh hell,
yeah, exactly.
That's what he said. He said, "I'm taking you guys to the fucking Everglades, man. We're gonna go hunting." And I was like, "What the fuck?"
He's like, "We gonna get a gator,
yeah,
and we're gonna fry it up same day." I was like,
"Yeah."
Go ahead.
What's the wildest thing to do in Miami?
Miami's a 24/7 city.
Yeah, we're from Montana. Paint it for us, man. You're Mr. Miami.
So Miami's a 24/7 city. It's like a smaller Vegas. I think it's a better Vegas, to tell you the truth, because we have beaches. We have women are walking around here at all times in bikinis and small bathing suits, small clothes. Clubs are open all night long. We have
crazy, dude.
Every movie star, musician, and anything you can think of that's famous, whether from fighting to acting to music, is here in Miami at all times.
Well, Miami's not just Miami. Can you tell? Because I was trying to explain it, man. Like there was like Fort Lauderdale, there was Hollywood, there was fucking.
Well, no, Miami's Miami. Fort Lauderdale. That's like saying,
but they're all
Billings,
that's
like saying Billings, Montana.
Huge,
and what other? Where are you guys from in Montana?
Great Falls.
We're from Great Falls.
So you got Great Falls. You got Billings. It's two different cities. Fort Lauderdale is our neighbor,
though, bro. Because
Fort Lauderdale's 45 minutes away, and it's a fucking an amazing city itself. But Miami is just more south. It's hotter all year round. We fucking there's people on the beach on Christmas, dog.
It's so nuts, dude. When I flew in, dude, like I ain't never seen no shit like this before in my fucking life, bro. I flew in, I was like, what the fuck? There's no end to this city, dude. And I keep seeing different skylines because we lived in Minnesota, where Minneapolis has one central skyline. You know what I mean? Minneapolis,
right.
Dude, I seen like I was saying, Miami and Fort Lauderdale. I was like, dude, all this lights. It's just fucking lights everywhere, dude. He says it's like a little Vegas. All I could think was like 10 cities mixed into one gem fucking city. It's so big, bro. It's insane.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that Miami looks big. You're right. And like if you're not from here, it seems huge, but it's really a small city. It's just like Vegas. Like Vegas seems fucking humongous, but all Vegas is a strip. You leave the strip and you're in the fucking desert. You know.
That's true, actually, man.
Never been there either.
No, oh, you're missing out, dog. You gotta go.
I'll be there in June though. I'm going on.
All right, good.
Let's go, man. Fuck.
So you got a like a superstar wife. How did you meet her?
Yeah. And I mean, like she's like a WWE like superstar.
WWE superstar diva. She's a million times more famous than I can ever be. She's been doing this 10 years, and I met her in 2019. I was fighting MMA. I was training with Yoel Romero, which is a great friend of mine. He was my coach at the time.
Oh, hell yeah.
And you know, they knew each other. So she had come down. She was living in Fort Lauderdale. So she came down. She's like, "Hey, I'm in town. You know, what do you guys got going on?" And he's like, "Oh, I have my fighter. He fights tomorrow. So I was getting an IV and getting some food. So he put me on the phone with her because he don't speak too good English. He's like, hey, tell her that we're gonna go eat or whatever." So I told her, "Hey, look, man, I got on the phone with her. She's on FaceTime." I go, "Wow, you're beautiful." Didn't really think anything of it. Told her to come meet us to eat. So she's like, "All right." So she drives down with her friends. But when she comes down, I'm already gone because I went and I was fighting the next day. So I had my food. I went to go rest. So she hit me on Instagram. "Oh, I came to meet you, but you were gone." I go, "Oh, I'm sorry. I got my fight coming up." She was leaving the next day for WWE. So I got her friend some tickets to the fight. I won the fight. She hit me back on Instagram on a DM. She's like, "Oh, congratulations. I saw you won." You know, I got her number. We started talking. 2 weeks later, we meet in person, and it's really been love at first sight, man. She's she's an amazing woman, another inspiration, motivation, and amazing.
I think
person
that
in my
comment
life.
of you calling her beautiful didn't go by her as well as you said it did. I think it resonated.
Right. Well, it really. So I meant it when I said it, but it went by me because, like I said, I said she was beautiful, but I'm fighting the next day. I'm not really like like trying to flirt or nothing. I just being nice.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get a
but it did stick. Yeah, but it did stick.
That one comment changed your world, bro.
Yeah, she told me she fell in love with me when she saw me on FaceTime. So we've been in love at first sight.
Let's go. That is love at first sight.
So that's gonna piggyback into my second question.
Is it though?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Have you ever thought about jumping in the WWE and doing a tag team match?
Yeah, man.
Man, listen, that would be a dream. So through her, I just went to Royal Rumble, been to a couple of them, WrestleManias, which have been amazing.
Fucking insane. Was it insane? Come on, the crowd. There's like 100,000 people there, right?
No, insane. The most insane shit I've ever been in, to witness. One time I went with her because they got me a gig as an extra. When I get there, they asked me if I could fight, and I'm like, yeah. I tell them, yeah, I'm a professional fighter. So I actually did a match against Dolph Ziggler, who's a vet too. And they had this thing called WWE Raw Underground. It was on Monday Night Raw, and it was but it wasn't in a ring. They had like backstreet fights, and so I did this backstreet fight. I did it. I came out on WWE Raw, and it was amazing.
Crazy, dude.
Let me tell you something though. I've been training with her many times, and wrestling is a lot tougher. Wrestling, that type of wrestling, WWE wrestling, is a lot tougher than it. I'd rather get punched in the face than do
I'm
that
sure
type of wrestling.
those are full blown athletes, dude.
Yo, it's
a
hard,
lot of people
dog.
do not get that. Like those guys, look at. So you got to look at people in the size level of like, let's just say The Rock. Those are big motherfuckers, dude, and they're doing backflips and shit, dude. You know what I mean?
And let me tell you, they're really hitting each other. It's not bullshit,
man.
bro.
It's a fucking joke, man. I'm sure they come.
I was gonna say you can't fake those cuts. Like sometimes they get fucking
exactly.
I bet you guys coming home from a hard day's work, you just got done with the fight. She's done with Monday Night Raw, and you're like, "Don't touch me, don't touch me." We
got a big ass ice bath outside where we jump in, dog.
Oh, do you? Hell yeah!
Nice.
We just started cold plunging last night. Actually, I've been
that's sweet.
Cold showers every now and again, but I just got my wife to join me in cold plunge last.
You also got the sauna too. You got like
I got a sauna also outside.
Yeah,
he's a big sauna man, dude. Like he'll sweat it out as long as he can, man. Joe Rogan style.
My wife goes, "You look like you're about to pass out." I'm like, "That's a good thing."
Some water. Joe would be proud of me.
Yeah, that's right.
You mentioned Tyler and Good John a couple times, and so have we. And he recently came out and said that he was struggling with mental health, and we shouted out, like, because we do that a lot in ours. And I told him that I often track mine socially as well for my audience. And, you know, so in case someone's out there having a hard time with mental health issues, I let people know that it's a real thing and it's not taboo. And, you know, you can come out and be normal and, you know, speak about it. You're not a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, it's not the 50s anymore. You're not getting beat up for saying it.
Yeah.
Right.
So like we brought it up with Tyler, and he shined some light on it too. We also know that you're an advocate of men's mental health. So we wanted to give you some time to shine and maybe give some word of inspiration to someone out there maybe.
You know what, man? Working out really helps me. You know, it might not be for everybody, but working out keeps me mentally sane. And it's good to remember that there's bad moments and bad days, but you know, those shits pass like anything else. A lot of this is easier said than done, man. You know what I mean? It's hard to speak to people that are going through things because nobody can change unless they actually want to change or unless they take the step to change. But you know what I mean? My biggest advice to people is definitely pick up something that's gonna keep you busy, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, working out works for me, man. Speak to somebody you trust. Let them know what you're going through. Maybe they could, you know, comfort you in some type of way with conversation, or, you know, just a shoulder to lean on. But definitely keep yourself busy. Keep your mind busy. Keep your mind, you know,
that's what
again,
seems
easier said than done,
like,
but keep it off the stuff that bothers you. You know?
I feel like if I get stagnant, that's when my mind gets sour.
Absolutely. Me too.
I post like little mental health tips that sure it'll be somebody else's reel or something, but it'll be on my personal day. It'll be like,
I do the same thing. I try to post a lot of positive stuff on my stuff because I feel it. Whatever you see me post is because it touches a string somewhere on my body. You know,
me too, man. If it resonates with me, and maybe someone else will feel it too.
If it's funny, it's funny, but usually I try to keep it serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Me too. Yeah. If it's funny, I try to make you laugh too, because if you're down or going through some mental shit, you get a little giggle in, it'll at least take you out of whatever you're going through. You know.
That's 100%.
I got a random topic that you brought up, and Levi brought it up. You own the title of the world's fastest knockout in combat sports, and that's been recorded. Bomb. Did Guinness World Records give you a trophy?
Okay, so I've spoken to Guinness a couple times. Guinness is, you know, I'm still trying to work it out with them. I wish it was as easy as just doing it.
I know they're pricks about this shit. Usually they want someone on site and all this bullshit.
Yeah, it's you know, it's a weird thing to deal with. They'll give you a record for busting the most balloons in a minute, but when you got a real you know, record like knocking somebody out in less than 3 seconds,
after
make it kind of a headache.
Fight, like, come on.
Yeah, but I'm still in conversation with them, so you know, hopefully we'll circle back in next interview and I'll have that.
Hashtag these fucks, bro. Hashtag Guinness World Record. We want it for you.
I've been doing that for years, bro. Tagging them, adding them, all that. Yeah.
Gotta keep it moving.
But you know what? The people who need to know and really recognize fighting, you know, a lot of big Instagram people out there, they recognize and appreciate the love, you know, like Haymakers and ESPN. Sports Center, all these guys recognize me. So
you got millions of views from it, man.
No, it's been amazing.
World renowned.
I watched your documentary on that. It was like how you were explaining how you felt in the moment.
Oh yeah.
I watched that.
What? There's a documentary? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's
it's called That Moment, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like yeah, I watched that one. So you lived in Colorado at one point? What made
man, when I right before I turned my life around and got into fighting, I was living in Colorado. I was part of the Green Rush, you know. I was out there doing what they do and trying to come up.
You can speak about it. We smoke bud and shit on this show. We don't give a fuck, bro.
I know it ain't nothing I can talk about. It's the Green Rush. That's what everybody's out there in Colorado doing. You know what I mean? I was out there trying to do my thing and just living that street life like I've been living, like I was living up until that point for a long time. But got to a point where I was tired of it. I was having fallouts with people, and to be honest with you, man, something that really changed my way of thinking at the time was I had never done this, but I was 35 at the time. I go, man, 10 years from now, I'll be 45. still trying to make $100 off some bullshit. You know what I mean? And arguing to get these fucking $100 with somebody. Yeah, this is embarrassing, man. I was embarrassed with myself. I wasn't happy with myself. I thought about when my kids were, when my kids were looking at me and they had nothing to be proud of, honestly, So I was like, man, I can't do it. And that was one of the big, motivating factors in getting me away from the street.
Nice milestone, that was a really good question then.
Yeah.
That was a changing point of your life, bro, really. I mean, from what it sounds like.
Yeah, it really did,
fucking
man.
digging, Levi. That was a good question, dude.
Had to watch some stuff,
Yes, sir.
So with that, in that same time area, you mentioned that you were living day to day. So now are you a man with a plan? Or how does that work?
Yeah, I noticed. I noticed that you're up every fucking day at like 4:30, dude. Like, cause I'm posting and I'm content creating and I'm putting shit out. Usually because you guys in Florida are 2 hours ahead of us, so I gotta wake up. I gotta put shit out so you guys can see it. Yeah, and I noticed you're up every fucking day, dude.
Yeah, I'm up every day at 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm on the street. I'm on the street no later than 5:30 running. I just ran my first half marathon on Saturday. I came in 5th place in a half marathon, my first one ever. Already signed up for my second one. I'm on some David Goggins shit, dog. I love that I love David Goggins. I love that type of motivation. I'm really hard on myself.
He's a beast, dude.
Goggins is the man, and I'm that type of person. I like the tough love. I'm a hard motivator. I'm the guy who I speak hard on myself and I like to be accountable to people. That's why I love fighting. If I miss a day in the gym, my coach is calling me, "Hey, what's up? You all right? What's going on?" So keeps you accountable, keeps you, and I got a wife that's a professional fighter herself, so she's in the gym with me and again, I said this at the beginning of the show. It's who you surround yourself with, man. You might have been hearing this shit your whole life and might have thought, didn't really think too much of it. But it really is. I've noticed now where I'm at in my life that the people I surround myself with is what keeps me motivated and keeps me moving in the right direction.
100%, man. I'm 100% believe that. I keep saying it on the show myself. I said it's not what you know, it's who you know, man, because it's the people that influence you, the people who inspire you, the people that motivate you to be that better person every day. Because it's not like life is really, it's not about getting up and waking up. It's about building experiences with the people around you.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man.
So who got you into the long runs? Was it Palomino?
It was Palomino, man. Yeah.
Fuck, you're good, Levi. You really did good, man. Levi research.
Baboon is the hardest guy walking the earth, man. He's harder than a coffin nail, man. Some bad motherfucker right there.
He's a smart motherfucker. He's so smart too, bro.
Coffin nail. Where'd you hear that?
That's one of them. We're gonna pick that up, dude.
That's one of them.
I heard that on my favorite movie. It's called Snatch with Brad Pitt. You got to check it out when you get a second. Watch that movie.
Irish boxer. He's an Irish boxer. He's a gypsy,
you got to watch that movie. Yeah,
it's good.
It's really good, bro. It's really good.
Brad Palomino is one of the greatest people that I've ever met too in the fight game, man. Another huge influence. Another blessing to call him a brother. You know what I mean? He's an amazing guy. And so up until that point, and maybe I ran like 2 or 3 miles at the most. One day he picked me up in the morning. He's, "Oh, we're gonna go run 6 miles." I was like, "All right," but in my head I was like, "Fuck, I ain't never done this shit, dog." We got there. He showed me with a massage gun how to massage my feet, my legs. I massaged everything, stretched out with him, and for the first time in my life, I ran 6 miles with him without no hesitation, no stopping or nothing. And from that day forward, here I am. I just ran out 13.1 miles the other day in a half marathon, and it all started. I got to give major thank you and major props to him for showing me how to do this.
Let's show some love to Palomino too.
Luis is awesome.
He sat down with us for 2 fucking hours, I think, man, and straight spit game on us, bro.
He's the man.
He's so smart, bro.
You know what's funny? The other day, he's my guy. He's my guy. He's my brother. We live like 5 minutes from each other. But the other day, I was taking my kids to go eat some food. And when I walk into the restaurant, he's sitting there by himself. I'm like, "Yo!" We sat down and ate together.
Camps is kicking it, dude. That's cool. Dude. I want to fucking say that Florida had that environment anywhere, man. You're right, bro. Because you said it earlier on. You're like, even if you're not from here, you would like to be here because, dude, that's how I came back and I had like reported what Florida was like to my brother. I was like, dude, it's fucking sick, dude. I was like, everybody was fucking so welcoming and cool, dude.
Yeah.
It was just good ass people, bro.
What I like about it is that you could call, say, people within Miami and have a great think tank. We only have maybe like 4 people to do that here with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's not very many big vision people around here.
No like minds.
Hey,
if they are, they came to the studio already.
I fought a guy from Montana named Sawyer Deppy, man. Great.
He's hella cool. We love Sawyer, man. Sawyer Dupree.
Yeah. Sawyer Deppy, man. He was a tough guy and a great dude. Great competitor, man.
He has nothing but love for you, bro. He's all like, dude, I fought a bad motherfucker, dude.
That's my guy, man. That's my guy.
Yeah. He's cool, man. He got himself into some weird shit over his hunting. Him and Jug exchanged some words because he shot a mountain lion earlier, and Jug's like, "You're an animal killer."
Who's the Juggernaut?
Yeah.
Oh man, you can't get into internet beef with the Juggernaut, man. He's undefeated there.
I know. I said, dude, what the fuck you do piss off him for, dude? He's like, I shot an animal. Levi, you have a really good question. I wanted to know the spotlight one, man.
Oh, okay. So you have a thing called, is it called Fighter or Fighters versus Hunger?
No, fighting. Yeah, it's Fighting versus Hunger.
Fighting.
And with that, yeah, Fighting versus Hunger. What we did was, before this all started from a great friend of mine that, again, one of my brothers that I've known since high school. He and a couple guys, no Instagram posts, no nothing. They would go after work, like on Fridays, stop at McDonald's, buy 40 cheeseburgers, and just start handing out to homeless people. One day I was with them, and I joined them, and me having a little notoriety I put it on my stories on it. They never did this. I did it. I put on my stories on Instagram, and it blew up, and everybody wanted to be a part of it. So we started doing it. Then COVID hit. And then during COVID, when everybody was shut down, I was going out once a month without missing a beat. I had a lot of restaurants get involved. I had the Miami Dolphins get involved, and they were paying the restaurants, which were keeping small businesses open because, it was hard for small businesses to make money. Man. So they were making money. We were feeding the homeless. And, when everybody's hiding from people, we're out there 100 people deep giving away food, man. And it was amazing.
The king of Miami, man.
Hell yeah.
Man, thank you for that, dog. I just try to do what's right, man. I did a lot of wrong in my life, so I turn around and I'm trying to pay back the
I don't know anyone that carries that energy that you got concerning your home and shit, dude. You're like that's why I say that, man. You like you look it up and you really you can take care of the community thing. It fucking checks out.
And while we're on the topic, I want to bring this up. March 11th, I'm running a 5K for the SOS Children's Village. It's a foster children's community that me and my girl do things for. We just we took 40 pizzas to them the other day. We took them 20 basketballs, 20 footballs. So shout out to SOS Children's Village, March 11th. I'm running a 5K. I've been putting it up on my story. As I get closer, you'll see it. A lot of people have.
We'll share it around. Just send us, tag us or DM us in the link. We'll share it too.
Absolutely, yeah. I've DM'd. Not DM'd. We've raised a lot of money on donations. It's been amazing, man.
Dude, that's a fucking great cause, man.
Thank you.
I love what you fighters do because, like, I find myself asking that question quite often. Is what are you guys doing for for the children or charities? Because you guys are always up to something good, man. Like you're really truly spreading love in your communities, and it's fucking dope, man. Like it's true staple shit. It changes kids' lives, man. Like
absolutely.
That's very true.
Mustard seeds grow mountains, move mountains.
That's right.
Yeah, making mountains out of mustard seeds, right?
Some shit.
That's right. Yeah. It's in the Bible some type of way like that.
I was just going with it. I had no idea what fucking saying.
Do you have
mountains out of molehills?
I don't fuck
that too.
That one too. Yeah. Right. Tomato.
Do you have a favorite? Who you betting on in KM3's main event?
Man, you know what? I like both of them guys. Juggernaut's a tough guy. He's a big guy for that weight class. Mike Richmond, hats off to him. Not only a Marine where he fought, forget the cage. He fought real life stuff. And Mike's been known to go to everybody's hometown main event and knock them out. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a tough fight, man. I wouldn't put my money on any. It's hard to call that one. You know what I mean? I wouldn't put money on that fight because it's a tough one to call. Two tough guys, two great fighters.
I wouldn't put money on that fight.
Yeah, very experienced guys, both of them in the fight game. So, hats off to both of them. Much respect to both those guys, and may the best man win.
Hell yeah, that's gonna be a war.
I think fucking. That's probably going to be one of my highlights of my life because everyone has their WrestleMania moment, right? This is fucking definitely it. I'm really excited for it. I felt like we had our fucking hands in kind of designing this. We promoted the fuck out of this early, way before it was even a real thing. And we just wanted it to happen. You know what I mean? Like we seen a really good fight.
And after Jug's first episode, it was like there was like that false contract where we thought they were gonna fight, right? And then they signed
a bonus episode, with Jug.
Then Mike had to go fight Doolittle, and Lorenzo had to fight Richmond. But they had that day or like 2 days where there was that fake contract or whatever that people were talking about. That I felt like that was from us,
dude. Well, he fucking said he wasn't fighting until he fought,
and then Jug called
on our show,
after Mike's episode and said, "I'm not fighting anyone until I fight Mike Richmond."
So, on our show, we're like, "Oh fuck, dude, really, dude? Oh shit." So like it's cool to see it designed.
That's awesome. You guys broke ground.
Yeah, dude, it feels like.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. Hold up.
Absolutely, man.
You're all good.
Hey, open the door. My bad. I got my mom at my mom's knocking on the door.
You're straight, bro. We only have a few more. We don't want to keep you much longer. You have another really like fantastic fucking boxing team down there out of Florida, which is Slaughterhouse. Do you have a favorite boxer in particular you're keeping an eye on, or anything like that's out of that squad?
No, but you know what? I'm really down with Slaughterhouse. Ryan Perez, the coach, great friend of mine.
He's a beast.
Great dude.
Yep.
HD Howard Davis, great fighter, great friend of mine. Jared, I've been around him since he started. A Gallo that they got now, great friend of mine. I know him for many years too.
Brian, he's coming on the show.
Brian, great dude. They got a great squad, man. Great team. So they could do a lot of big things.
You think Gogo's up next for a belt?
Oh, Gogo too. Gogo's a great friend of mine. He's fighting Palomino, man. On that one, Gogo. I like Gogo, but I gotta go with my brother Baboon on that one. And it's no disrespect to Gogo because I know he's a tough guy.
It makes sense. I was seeing because I know how close you are with Palomino, and it feels inevitable at this point that those guys are going to line up at some point.
Yeah.
I just think that's
the way that's the way it goes in a fight game, man. It came to the point where they got to see each other, man.
Yep.
And
salute to Gogo, man, because Palomino's been doing this shit. He's been sitting on top, and he's been waiting for Gogo to come up, man, and he made it.
Like I was just gonna say, the crispness of Palomino, I think, is hard to match. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Palomino's he's nice.
He's
dude.
crisp.
He's nice.
His fucking head movement's superior.
And this is nothing beats it. Nothing beats experience, man.
He's smooth as butter, baby. He really is. Have you watched any of Kai Stewart's fights by chance?
Kai Stewart, I don't know who Kai Stewart.
Out of 145.
145 Kai Stewart. I'm not sure who that is.
Okay.
He's a white dude?
Yeah, he's ranked number 1 right now at 145.
I know. I have seen him fight. Yeah, he's smooth. He's nice. I've seen him. Yeah.
Who do you think in that range right now that would be a really good fight for him? Do you know of anyone that you think that? I don't know if you pay attention to the lower weight classes or not.
At 145, I mean, is that Reggie or Reggie's 135?
Reggie's at 135.
Yep.
And Jared is 135 also, right?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
How about that Nguyen?
Who's that?
Oh, Dat Nguyen.
That beat.
Yes, dude. See, we think that too.
Yeah. We've been mulling around.
That would be great.
Yeah, that actually has a good fight coming up against the guy from Bellator, Strauss.
Yes,
Strauss or something.
Yeah.
Strauss, yeah,
Strauss. But that is a great boxer, man, and a great fighter, and he's a tough guy himself.
I think that's the fight to make after this one. After we see the results, and I'm not showing any disrespect to anyone because you never know how a fight goes. But assuming that does come out on top, I think that's the fight to make as well.
There it goes.
That's a good fight.
There it goes.
So, are you excited for? Well, besides the main event of Knucklemania, I think everyone wants to see that one. But Is there another fight on that card you're excited to watch?
Yeah, what's your most anticipated?
Personally, mine is the Austin Trout and Diaz thing.
Oh, Diego Sanchez.
Diego Sanchez.
Yeah, man, that's definitely something to look forward for. I look forward to. I've been a fan of Diego since he was in the tough house before UFC. You know, I actually wanted to fight him too when I found out he was coming to bare knuckle. I thought me and him would have been a great matchup. I mean, and still could be in the future. But he's a legend, man. He's a legend. Austin Trout is also a legend, world champion. You know, I've seen Austin Trout fight many times, so that's a great matchup, man. But again, Austin Trout is a boxer, you know.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be tough.
And then Faria as well, I think.
Faria. I love
Grant's fighting too, man.
Grant's also
there's a lot of big fights. That's what I'm
saying. Christina. I love Christina Faria, man. She's the shit, bro.
She's a fucking gang member, bro.
She's a killer, dog.
Yeah, dude, straight up.
That was when I had the dreads. We call each other brother and sister because we had the same dude going for a while.
So I just had something fucking lined up that led off of that. God damn it. Shit.
That happens to me too.
I fucking lost it, man. And it came right off of that. The topic of oh fuck, there it is. Mike Perry being a backup fighter for Jake. Do you think
there you go.
You know, because we've watched Tommy Fury fall out, right? Couple times, twice now out of a Jake Paul fight.
Yeah.
If this sport wishes, you know, no disrespect to Mike, no disrespect to Jake, who do you got?
So if Jake and Mike fight,
yeah,
I mean, look, man, you know, I've moved around with Jake before. Jake can fight, man. Mike can definitely fight, and he's a dog. I hope that goes through because I want to fight Tommy Fury. I want to knock out Tommy Fury's ass. That'd be sick. You know what? Between Jake and Mike, man, it'd be hard to put my money on that one too, man. It'd be a great fight to watch. But you know, Jake can fight, Mike can fight, and he's a dog, so it'd be hard to put a number on that.
Fair enough. For glove boxing, yeah, I don't know. That's a good one. Talk about that world record one.
Well, I want to shout out Diego Sanchez too because he's been shining some light on BKFC since coming over, man. He's been really showing the sport some love. He's like, man, this is it, bro. He's like, I don't know what anyone else is fucking doing right now in the fight game because this is where to fucking be right now.
That's 100%.
I feel that, man. I truly feel that. I feel that. I think UFC has gotten to a point where it's almost tapped out on its potential, and then fucking boxing's been boxing. I love boxing. Boxing is my favorite sport, but bare knuckle boxing is way more fucking
highest finish rate, dude.
It's just
fucking
life experience. For me, bare knuckle boxing is my favorite now, man. Speaking of legends coming over to the bare knuckle world, we got Boycott, who just broke a world record himself with orchestrating and designing the world's largest fucking Muay Thai event over in Thailand as of yesterday, I think.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so he was shining some huge light on BKFC over there in the international world because of the record he did with the Muay Thai thing. He did the world's largest Muay Thai event.
That is crazy.
That's sick. I'm not sure who Boycott is, but you know, hats off to him for doing that. That's amazing.
He's a fucking Muay Thai legend. Yeah, he's a legend over there in Thailand. Yeah, man. Like he has like 240 professional fucking fights.
Yeah, those guys are hardcore, man. You know,
insane.
So,
yeah, they're like every weekend. Sure, sign me up.
Yeah, for sure.
Gordon Ryan got tapped for the first time in practice.
Shut the fuck up.
So he got put to sleep. I saw. He said.
Yeah,
is that true?
I guess he must not tap, but yeah.
He said he got put to sleep for the first time in his whole jiu-jitsu career.
Oh fuck! Did someone get it on camera?
I'm a huge fan of Gordon's. He's a young guy. He's at the top of his game. Very smart guy, and he's great on the internet too. So he's killing it.
Oh yeah,
yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Who's the coolest celebrity you've been around besides your best friend, man?
My wife, my girl. No, you know what, man? I don't know, man. I've met many great people along the way, man. It's hard to say who's the coolest, man. But I've met a lot of those people, and once you meet them, and you know, I met them in good places, like not just meeting them, like going out and having dinner with people.
Right.
And you'd be surprised how cool everybody's down to earth, man. We're all the same, brother. We're all human. We all
for sure
put on our pants one leg at a time, and everybody's cool. You know, they everybody.
You know that like a Brad Pitt moment? Like a guy that's like, dude, that guy's fucking cool, dog.
Yeah, just certain people took advantage of their situations and made it to where they're at, dog. But you know, none of us are different in any aspect except that some people got their chances earlier than others, dog. But when yours comes, just take it. And one day I'll be saying how cool it was to have an interview with y'all that I was on. You know what I mean?
Fuck
Hell
yeah, dog, dude. Yeah, hell yeah. All I know is that I can say that I've knocked off a few cool things just by having this interview, man. You're our first person that's a legitimate podcaster coming on to our podcast.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. You know, that's huge. Check that shit out. We're talking to a Guinness World Records. Fuck the Guinness World Record book if they're giving it to you or not. We got a world record holder. Check. We got a champion on, man. We got a guy that is essentially, you know, he's married to a WWE superstar. So there's another check, dude. This guy's a stud. You are fucking. We're talking Mr. the King of Miami, dude.
Hey, listen,
you know what I mean? When we touch down in Florida, we got to tap in with you.
Yeah, I was about to tell you that. You took the words out my mouth, man. Anytime you guys are down here in South Florida, my doors are wide open to you. You guys let me know. When you're down here, I'll bring you around the gyms. I'll introduce you to fighters and you know, upcoming fighters and guys that were already doing it. And I would love to have you down here. So anytime you're down here, let me know. We'll catch dinner and I'll get you some interviews down here for sure.
That opportunity would feel blessed to us, man.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
That's what we're doing this for, man. We want to get and cover everything. You know what I mean?
Invitation is extended, and I'm a man of my word. So as soon as you're down here, you guys let me know.
Fuck, man, I feel blessed. Thank you,
man, bro.
Uly Monster, you're the coolest motherfucker, dude. And
thank you, guys.
I knew I was nervous because I was just really excited for this, bro.
Yeah. No, but I mean, hey, listen, man, you guys are great at what you're doing. I love the topics you're bringing up. You know what I mean? You guys are really do your homework, and that shows. It's amazing, man, and I'm really honored to be a part of the show. I really appreciate you guys putting me on. I remember meeting you too and taking a picture with you when you posted it the other day. I'm like, oh shit, I remember this dude.
Yeah,
I remember doing that. So
yeah,
man, you guys. If I could give you any advice, is just stay consistent, man. This is something where you stay consistent. The internet nowadays is instant gratification. The moment I scroll up, I forgot about you guys. So stay on every scroll, so I can't forget about you guys. Stay consistent, and you guys are, you know, destined to be the next Ariel Hawani. You know what I mean? Joe Rogan, and it's not hard, brother. It's just putting in the work.
Thank you, bro. That inspires the fuck out of me, bro. Everything you just said, I fucking have taken to heart. I got one for you, man. The marathon continues. We're Nipsey fans. You're running fan. You like to run, so I appreciate that.
Absolutely, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, we thank you, dude. For sure.
Listen, my pleasure, man. I appreciate you guys again for the opportunity. I look forward to talking to you guys again after this fight in London, man. Let's circle back and I'm gonna bring this guy's teeth home in a box from London.
Let's go. The monster, dude.
We'll auction them off.
Hey, listen, live bid right here on air, baby. And hey, my guys, thank you so much, man. I gotta step away right now. I got some stuff to do. Some dad duties.
Sponsors real quick, or you have any sponsors?
Yes, absolutely. My sponsor is Vibe Shop, VYBE Shop, Limitless, and those are my only sponsors for this fight, man. Shout out to SMF Styles Make Fights. Chris is making my gear for the fights. And guys, stay tuned. February 25th on the Zeus Network, you'll be seeing me fight the co-main event in this Mayweather fight. Like I said, man, you know,
let's go, bro. Let's go. You're gonna win, dog.
And I expect myself coming back with this guy's teeth in a box, baby, and my hand raised. Let's get it.
Right. Let's go, my man. Thank you for your time, brother, man.
Of course, man. None but love, man. Look, all right. Have a great night, guys.
You too, man. So don't end it.
No,
we got to thank our sponsors.
Yeah, we got to thank our sponsors.
So go ahead, my man.
Get one.
Listen. If you were in the market for looking for a vape or a new headpiece for your marijuana smoking utensils, you stop in at 4, your one-stop vape and head shop. Our day one sponsors, and go.
4 locations, 2 in Great Falls, 1 in Helena, 1 in Billings.
And don't forget
the best gear in the fight world. Let's go.
Guerrilla Warfare Apparel. If you're doing any shopping online, make sure you use our promo code TWB10. That saves you 10% at the checkout. TWB10.
You can get one of these shirts.
Shout out Guerrilla Warfare.
Bomb. Guerrilla Warfare. Apparel.
You're going to check us anytime we're at a hot event. You're going to check us out in Guerrilla Warfare Apparel.
Guerrilla Warfare Apparel.
Also,
TWB10 at checkout.
Also, don't forget, if you are in the business in the Great Falls or surrounding areas and you need some trash removed from your area and you're looking for the man to do it, look up Hudson's Trash Removal.
Hudson's Trash Removal. Shout out to Kyle.
Yeah, they would be glad to help you out. They're professionals in the field, and they'll get you nice and tidy.
That's
also, don't forget our one and only Auntie Jamie St. Mark's. She's been in it since day one and helped us out.
We have 2 day one sponsors, 20 past 4, and Jamie St. Mark's. Don't forget it.
And don't forget, we want to shine some light onto her her cause. She is extremely involved in the kids' lives down there for the USA Boxing. She's one of the only administrators in the surrounding area, and she handles a lot of the kids' information down at the club at Electric City Boxing Club. So if you have any youth that's looking to get their hands tied up and put in a glove and put in a ring and get some of that aggression out and also taught some great lessons in life, send them down to Electric City Boxing Club. They'd be glad to help you guys out.
That's right. You heard what he said, and I'll say it again. Guerrilla Warfare Apparel. TWB10 at checkout. Get yourself something nice. You deserve it. And with that, we are the Weekly Boss.